Hey everyone, welcome back to yet another video. And today I want to talk a little bit about one of the other metals that isn't really being talked about, and that is copper. Everyone lately has been talking about gold and silver, but no one's really mentioning anything about copper. It's hitting all-time highs, and we're going to break it down and see what's causing all this. And what that might mean for the future. So, let's jump right into it. So, what's going on with the copper prices lately? I mean, recently they have soared to historic levels, catching many people off guard, and especially the ones who were shorting copper are taking the biggest hit. They're having to buy more copper on paper to cover their positions, which is driving the prices even higher. So, if we take a look at the chart here, you can see that copper within the last year, I mean, it has just spiked around the almost $4 range, all the way up to almost $5. Now it has dropped a little bit here to about 4.7. And if we look as far back as early as 2022 and 2021, the price of copper is close to where those highs were last time, around the almost $5 range. But the thing I want to talk about is a lot of people are going off about gold and silver and all the rally that it's experienced, but not many people are talking about copper doing the exact same thing. I expect more ups and downs in the short term. I still think it's going to be very volatile in terms of, the more recent surge in price. But right now, I mean, the metals market is just buzzing right now. Gold is going up, silver's been going up, copper's been going up. Now, to be fair, at the time of recording this video, the prices of all three of them have dropped a little bit in the recent days. And several key factors are pushing up the prices of copper, including inflation. I mean, copper's no exception. Prices are going up across the board. There is also a potential supply shortage of copper. I mean, there's kind of a looming disaster, if you will, that there's not enough copper to meet the growing demand. If you also factor in the renewable energy boom that's been going on, we're trying to shift to greener energy. Copper is going to be in high demand for these type of technologies like electric vehicles and solar panels. And finally, when you add in the AI bubble that we're in, I mean, NVIDIA is just going crazy right now. I mean, the whole technology sector, especially in AI, is going to drive up the usage of copper as well. Now, I want to shift over to more about what the long term or the future might look like with this. I do think there's going to be some areas of cool down, like the AI market will eventually settle down, but I don't think that the demand for copper is going to go away. I think we'll see some adjustments in the renewable energy goals, but the push for green tech is still going to need a lot of copper. But I think the biggest things that are going to impact it the most in the future is definitely going to be the supply crunch and the inflationary pressures. I think those are here to stay. Now, I don't think copper is necessarily a investment. I don't see it the same way as I do with gold and silver. Now, I do have the spool of copper and some other random little bits here and there, because I think it's just kind of cool to have. But it is, to me, it's always been like the third or fourth child, if you will, in the metals market. So, gold and silver has always been number 1 and 2. Platinum, palladium, you can argue it, but copper has always been right there with everybody else. Now, again, I don't think it is a investment. I don't view it the same way as I do with gold and silver, but it is kind of cool to have around. Now, you can see the copper pennies that I do have. I do save those, and if you recall from previous videos on the coin roll hunting that I've done, I saved those because the melt price of those, not that we are going to melt them, but the melt price of those and copper, I mean, copper in general, it's done so well. Now, when I say I don't invest in it, I would still buy copper. Like, for example, the picture here on SD Bullion, they got these 1 ounce copper rounds. I just think they're cool. Like, I don't, again, copper's not something I'm going to rely on. I don't ever see it going to some astronomical number where it goes to like $50, but it's just one of those cool little things to have, and I plan on buying these, and maybe even so, I'll throw up a picture of what I'm going to talk about here in a second. I don't know if you guys would want to see this or not. I'm curious on your opinion, but I have a forge that I can actually melt some metals in, so I can melt the copper, the aluminum, things of that. I have a whole bunch of stuff that I could melt, and we could make our own little bars here. I mean, it's just a thought. It'd be an idea. If you guys want to see it, comment down below. If you do, we can make videos on that. But it's just something that I that I have just kind of lying around at home that I haven't utilized. But when it comes to copper, again, this is just something that's just kind of cool and interesting. All right, guys. Well, I think that's gonna be about it for today's video. So the prices going up. There's a lot of reasons as to why. I'm curious what your guys' thoughts on about copper, its trajectory, but also about gold and silver as well, because we're going to be making more videos on gold and silver in the future. But today I wanted to cover copper because I personally believe that it wasn't getting the attention that it deserves. So let me know what you guys think. But that's it for today. If you found this video helpful, please like, comment, subscribe, do whatever you want to do. And thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video.